Ring of Honor Final Battle 2022 is coming to you live this Saturday from the Dallas Metroplex area with a special start time of 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Central Time. But you know I'm here, God's favorite host, the host of The Moist, here live to give you my preview and predictions for Ring of Honor Final Battle 2022. Go ahead, super kick that subscribe button, like or bomb that like button, backdrop that bell, and of course, we will be live this coming Saturday for Ring of Honor Final Battle. I'll give you my preview and predictions right after this, here on the Flex Zone Podcast YouTube channel, only place giving you your sports how you want it, when you need it. What's up, Flex Zone family? It's time for another pro wrestling pay-per-view event. This time, it's the Ring of Honor brand, now under the leadership of Tony Khan, who owns AEW, as they present their final pay-per-view of 2022. Hard to believe 2022 is already about to be over, but Final Battle, which is usually the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view of the year, wraps up a lot of storylines and sets the stage for the next year, is coming to you live this Saturday. We will be live for that live stream and watch along. I want to give you my preview and predictions and get some info, get some content out there for you guys who may be watching the pay-per-view or who may not be watching it or may not know about it and what may be coming up this weekend. Got some interesting matches, and I think some things that will set up Ring of Honor in 2023. I think the big news coming out of this event in the post-media scrum, which we will possibly get information for, I'm hoping for, fingers crossed, is Tony Khan announcing Ring of Honor finally getting some type of TV streaming deal in place where they can have weekly television. He announced that he will be limiting Ring of Honor storylines on AEW television, which a lot of us want. And I think that is a good move because Ring of Honor has a vast talent pool. AEW has a vast talent pool that they're not using that could be focused on weekly Ring of Honor television. And I don't think Ring of Honor needs a 2-hour show. They could use an hour show, a 90-minute show. They could do the NXT Black and Gold route, 1 hour on a streaming deal, 1 hour on a network. Is it going to be a Warner Discovery brand? We shall see, but that information could come out this coming Saturday after the media scrum. As I mentioned, we'll be live streaming the watch along as well. So hit the bell, subscribe, comment down below, give me your predictions. But let's get into some of these matches that I do have in front of me and give you my predictions on what I think is going to happen. I want to start with the match that was just announced last night. It's going to probably be the biggest match on the card, and I didn't see it coming because I was wondering going into this match or this card, are FTR defending their Ring of Honor Tag Team titles? We have every other title in Ring of Honor being defended except the Tag Team titles, and FTR is one of the best tag teams in the world. Yes, they're ranked number 2 on the PW 100, but I think they're number 1 in my book. But FTR and The Briscoes, the great match at Supercard of Honor. The 2 out of 3 falls at Death Before Dishonor. Take your pick on which one was better. Both will probably end up being in my match of the year top 10, which will be coming later on this month. Now, I probably would say the 2 out of 3 falls was slightly better just because it was 2 out of 3 falls. But the first match was damn good. Oh my gosh, it's going to be studied for years to come. We got the announcement last night. The third and final match, it looks like, will be a double dog collar match, which I've never seen in my lifetime, for the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. I'm going to take the Briscoes here. I think this will wrap up the trilogy. The FTR has beaten the Briscoes twice cleanly. I do think this leads to a Briscoes winning back the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. How do they one up what they did at Supercard and Death Before Dishonor? I don't know. But a double dog collar match, it will be bloody, it will be gory, it will not be for the faint of heart. And I see some amazing things happening. Weapons, tables, spots maybe near the crowd, entrance ramp. Maybe the tarp on the ring mat is removed. Turnbuckles exposed. I think this will just be a knockdown, drag out brawl between two country, corn-fed, southern well, the Briscoes are from Delaware, but Southern in a sense style match that you would see maybe back in those territory days. I think the Briscoes of Jay and Mark get the win over FTR, Cash, and Dax. And I think this will somehow, I think, lead FTR in 2023 with kind of a senseless direction because their contracts are coming up. Could they go back to the E? They could. And with the WWE revamping their tag team division, I could see that. But I'm going with the Briscoes to beat FTR, getting back the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles, getting a win in the third match in this trilogy, with the FTR eventually having a 2-1 lead. But I do think Briscoes get their win back against FTR, and the Briscoes at the end do embrace yet again and show that tag team wrestling is a draw when booked right. My preview and prediction going with the Briscoes beating FTR in a double dog collar match. Next match on the card, we have I think I'm going to go with the women here. We'll give the women some spotlight because we got Mercedes Martinez and Athena, Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Women's Championship. Mercedes Martinez has had the belt most of the year, if I'm correct. And Athena has recently turned heel, the former Ember Moon. Obviously, it's been on Dark a lot, been on Rampage, but I think Athena gets the win here. I just think Athena is the right person, I think, moving forward for 2023. If Ring of Honor is going to be moving forward, she is a well-known name, I think a little more than Mercedes Martinez. I think this could be a very, very good match. Two very gifted, technical, veteran women's wrestlers who will do a great job. Mercedes Martinez with her ground and pound. Athena can ground and pound. Mercedes Martinez can use some high-flying capabilities, much like we've seen with Athena. I think Athena has the speed and quickness advantage. I'm going to go with Athena to get the win here. She may do some heel tactics, and I think Athena, it's time for her to have a major women's championship and to really take the Ring of Honor women's brand into 2023 with some young up-and-coming women she can face and make look good and lead that division moving forward. And she deserves it. She's been with AEW. It'll be almost a year coming up at Revolution. She deserves to have a main title. It's her time. I'm going with Athena to beat Mercedes Martinez, maybe by nefarious means, but Athena will be your new women's champion in Ring of Honor. Next match, let's see where we want to go here. We are going to go to I guess we could take a look at the Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta match. This is their third match. And I think Daniel Garcia wins here. I don't think it's time to take the belt off Daniel Garcia. I think this whole Blackpool Combat Club, Jericho Appreciation Society story needs to end. But the way this card is shaping up and the stipulations that are coming, I don't think we'll get in yet. I think Daniel Garcia beats Wheeler Yuta. I think this is going to be another very good, technically sound match type of classic. Their match at Death Before Dishonor, their match that they had on Dynamite was good. And I think these are two guys who are future stars in the business, and you see their stars are starting to ascend. Garcia still a heel, Yuta face. I think Garcia wins here. I think this is going to be a good match, could steal the show. And I'm going with Daniel Garcia to win here, and I think Daniel Garcia is going to hold on to that belt heading into 2023. I think Yuta is going to take the loss here, and I think we're going to slowly see dissension in the Blackpool Combat Club like we've been seeing, and possibly a new member of the Jericho Appreciation Society, which I'll get to in a second. But my winner, Daniel Garcia. He will retain that Ring of Honor pure title rules, if you don't know as well. That will be outlined during the match, but pure title rules. And we have a tag match, which was kind of sprung on us on Rampage. And it's Swerve and Our Glory, who are still tagging against Shane Taylor and JD Griffey. Not necessarily familiar with JD Griffey, a little familiar with Shane Taylor. I know him and Keith Lee have history. I think Shane Taylor Keith Lee turned on Shane Taylor, whatever that backstory is going to be. Let me know in the comments. But I think with the seeds that we're planning here, we know we're getting that Swerve and Our Glory, Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland feud. I think we could potentially be seeing Swerve's faction of guys that he's going to bring in to turn on Keith Lee again. And he's going to have Shane Taylor and JD Griffey possibly as his henchmen to be the faction, his new faction that he has the capability to lead, like we saw with Hit Row. And I think Swerve and Our Glory do get the win here, but I do think after the match, there's something that continues the story of the turn of Swerve and Keith Lee. I don't know if it actually happens because they may want to actually do it on a Dynamite. But it could happen on Ring of Honor. It's a pay-per-view to end the year. But I think we could see the teases of Shane Taylor, JD Griffey joining Swerve and them kind of forming a team against Keith Lee. But I'm going to go with Swerve and Our Glory to get the win. They're still a hell of a good tag team, and I think they win here. And Keith Lee and Swerve are two of the best wrestlers in the world. So I expect them to do what they do best. We'll bask in their glory. We'll see Swerve do some acrobatic flips, kicks, and Swerve and Our Glory are going to win. But the story here, I think, which is going to lead to eventually a revolution match between Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. So my winner, Swerve and Our Glory, beating JD Griffey and Shane Taylor. Next, we have, make sure I hit all the bases here. We have, I'll get to the main event next, but we have a couple more matches for the main event. Real quick, Mojo will be taking on Juice Robinson, the king of television, Mojo, Ring of Honor television champion, defending it, as well as the AEW TNT champion, who will be defending against Juice Robinson. So good to see Juice Robinson make the card. I think this will be a fun match. Juice Robinson will make Joe look good. Joe will make Robinson look good. Joe will play into the crowd. I think Joe wins here, keeps both titles. I think we could see some Wardlow possible interference, but I don't think they want Samoa Joe to lose yet. I think we're building towards a Samoa Joe Wardlow match for the TNT title, and I think we get Samoa Joe to win here. I don't think you have Samoa Joe lose here personally. I think you have him have a good match, and I think maybe Wardlow comes out to confront him afterwards if you want to do that, or maybe lead something into Dynamite. Winter is coming this week. But Samoa Joe's going to win here. He's going to retain his TV title. He's going to be the king of TV. And Samoa Joe slowly making the TNT title relevant again. Love to see it. You love to see it. Great match last night against Darby Allin, but you love to see Samoa Joe on TV doing some of the best work of his recent career since back when he was in WWE, going against the likes of Brock Lesnar, where he should have won the WWE title. But my winner, Samoa Joe, beats Juice Robinson for the television title. Next, we have the actual, I'm not going to go to the main event yet because we got one more match. We got a 6-man match between the team of Dalton Castle and the Boys taking on the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage. I like Dalton Castle and the Boys. I wasn't super familiar with them before seeing them on AEW TV, but they are over. The crowd loves them. They're fun. Dalton Castle could go in the ring, former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. But I think it's time for the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage to get their just due. Prince Nana leading them. I think Brian Cage needs gold. I think this is a good start right now for them for the 6-man trios title. The trios titles in Ring of Honor. I think this is a good start for them. Brian Cage is a monster. We need to see more Brian Cage on TV. Looks like he's going to probably be primarily in the Ring of Honor brand, but I would love to see Brian Cage in the Gates of Agony, Toa Leona, and what is that? What is the other guy's name? Oh, his name is slipping me right now. But yes, Gates of Agony. They have a very, very good team. I think they have a lot of potential to really be somebody. Toa Leona, and let me get the other one. Toa Leona, the new client's team with Khan. That's his name. Khan. Like Tony Khan, but not spelled the same. Apologize for that. Khan, Tony Leona, Brian Cage. I think they are the right guys. A monster heel faction with Prince Nana leading them to lead this 3-way division. They could have some trios matches. They could double and dabble with some of the teams in Ring of Honor. And I think Dalton Castle and the Boys will still be over even after this match. So I'm going with Gates of Agony and Brian Cage to get the win over Dalton Castle and the Boys. And we have our main event as the Ring of Jericho. Chris Jericho takes on Claudio Castagnoli. This will be their next match in their feud, which is continued. If Claudio loses, he has to join the Jericho Appreciation Society. I do think Claudio does lose. I think he does join the Jericho Appreciation Society. I think Jericho is going to continue having this belt. I think Jericho, as I mentioned, is the guy to lead Ring of Honor into 2023 and beyond when they get a TV and streaming deal. And I think there are still some matchups Jericho can have with some former Ring of Honor champions that we have not seen yet. Nigel McGuinness. They want to do Adam Cole. They can do those things as well. I think this will extend the Jericho Appreciation Blackpool Combat Club thing with Claudio and Jericho, but I think Jericho wins here somehow, probably by a heelish way. But I think Jericho is the guy to lead 2023 for Ring of Honor heading into their next pay-per-view. And I think that we could see Claudio joining the JAS. Claudio will be a part of that. That will continue the story. I think Jericho will be leading Ring of Honor to get that TV or streaming deal. And I think Jericho gets the win here and retains his Ring of Honor championship, and he continues to besmirch the name of Ring of Honor as the Ring of Jericho continues yet again. Let me know your predictions down in the comments down below. Hit the like button, hit the bell, hit that subscribe button if you are new. Comment, give me your predictions. We'll be live Saturday for all of the Ring of Honor fun here on the Flex Zone Podcast YouTube channel. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. God's favorite host, the host always here. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Welcome all our new subscribers. This is what we do. All types of sports. We talk about wrestling a lot as well. Live stream this Saturday. Hit the bell to know more live. Like button, subscribe button, comment, give me your predictions. What do you think is going to happen? Any surprises? Any big debuts? Which could happen, as always, with Tony Khan. But I think the biggest announcement will be about Ring of Honor heading into 2023 with their TV deal and streaming deal as well. I'm getting out of here. Y'all hope you have a great day. We'll see you Saturday for Ring of Honor. Check out all the videos on the channel. And until next time, everybody have a great day. Peace.